forcefully, wherever you're at, make disciples. And I've thought about how we can apply that in our community. And there's zillions of ways, so this is not exhaustive, of course, but we'll conclude with this. Just as Abraham was told to go, and we're told to go and practice likewise the love that the Samaritan showed to the person who was left half dead. Go and make disciples. How can we make disciples? How do we make followers of Jesus Christ? The older women, and I know I'm treading on sacred ground here, or at least delicate territory. This is going to be hard to define because in our congregation, all of our women are around 29, right? So it's going to be real hard. I can't define who you are. You're going to have to make your own selves known. Older women, Titus is told by Paul, likewise should be reverent in their behavior, not malicious gossips, not enslaved to much wine. Ladies, you got to get off the bottle all the time, okay? A little bit's okay, Timothy is told, but you just can't be on the bottle all the time. Not enslaved to too much wine, teaching what is good, so that they may encourage the younger women to love their husbands. You older women have a lot of experience on how to love your man. Younger women are uninformed. How many of you, after finishing raising your kids, you had all these great ideas about what you should have done? Yeah, we're all there, right? How many of you, after loving your husband, being with your husband for so many years, now you realize, okay, wow, I sure messed up. There's some things I should probably do differently. You're called by Jesus to disciple the younger moms or younger wives. Teach them how to love their husbands. You can do that. Just look out among the people that are here, or look at the people that live in your neighborhood. Look at the young couple next door. Start having some coffee or spending time with and opening up the treasure, the wealth of what God has given you through walking in the path of Christ, and teach the younger women how to encourage their husbands, how to love their kids, how to be sensible. Any of you know any young married ladies that are just completely senseless in the way they do things with their money and their time and their relationships with their home? Pure, workers at home, kind, all of these things are being given to you. That's what making disciples is. Older men. This will be easy to do. We have some old men here. We're not ashamed of it, right, guys? Older men, be temperate, dignified, sensible, sound in faith, love, perseverance. This is also in the Titus 2 passage, by the way. Likewise, urge the young men to be sensible in all things. Show yourself to be an example of good deeds with purity and doctrine, sound in speech. And then in 1 Timothy 5:2, treat the younger women as sisters with all purity. I started reflecting on that. Wow. Timothy was told to treat the younger women as sisters with all purity. And I started thinking, do I know anybody as a young person, how many young people that I know have a Timothy or have an older man, just like the women have older women? Do I know any young person that has an older man who is discipling him and teaching him how to be a man of purity with the younger ladies? Wow. When you look around and you see our culture, do you see young men treating younger women with absolute purity? Do you think there's a role there for those of us that are grandpas and older parents? We got some time. Do you think our grandsons and our kids and other boys that are in the church, they could use some input from us on how to be absolutely pure towards the younger women in our culture, in their classrooms, in the church? Do you think there's anything we could teach them about dating with absolute purity? Man, there is a huge area right there that we older men have a lot of work in making disciples. Just the people in our own church. Just the younger men in our own family. I've got 3 grandsons. Going to have a 4th one next year. Yay! You know? Be the role model. Be the one in their lives teaching them absolute purity towards the younger women. Well, you can see this goes a long way. What does it mean? What does God really want then? Abraham has an action verb. After each command that God gave him, go, he went. Live in the land, he lived. Offer, he offered. What action verbs will you supply for the commands that Jesus gives you? Go and do likewise. Go and make disciples. I don't find these, I find them challenging, but I find them more filled with grace than anything. And the reason is because in all of Abraham's imperfections, God just still extended him grace. What God really wanted out of Abraham was a heart that says, I'll do whatever you want me to do. And he did. God wants in you what God wants to hear from you. What Jesus wants to hear from you is, God, if you send me across the street to that boy, if you send me over there to that young lady, if you send me wherever, I'm ready. Yeah. Might be uncomfortable. Yeah. I'm not sure about the cultural differences. I'm not sure about how hard it's going to be. I don't know. I don't have everything explained, but I'm willing to go and do likewise. I'm willing to go and make disciples. And now, the elders have asked me to let you know that it's time to turn in your sheets that you filled out. So the action verb is pass them to the aisles. Go and pass. Pass those to the center aisles. Those will be collected. Thank you so much for your kind participation with us this morning and sharing with us. Those will be picked up. Let's all stand up now and sing this song together, and then we'll have a closing prayer.